the first installment of something I'm calling Mornings in Middle Earth. And my name is Alice Thane Garfield, and I really don't know much about Lord of the Rings Online. One would think, as big of a Lord of the Rings fan as I was, I would have got onto this train early. I didn't. Oh, yeah, do this. Anyhow, as I was saying, you would have thought I would have got with this game a lot earlier than I did. But unfortunately for me, I've been a man of limited means. Also, at the time, I was really big into a game called Battletech. And I was playing that just about every chance I got. But when they decided to release Lord of the Rings Online as a free to play game, I was already playing Dungeons and Dragons Online. And I decided that when the open beta came around and I was invited, I'd take a look. And I played it pretty seriously for those 3, 4 weeks. I really wanted to help them with the feedback, and I found the game to be, I'm going to be honest, I prefer Dungeons and Dragons Online more as far as the action goes. But as a game world, Dungeons and Dragons Online is very instanced. So it's, you go to the quest and you go in into the dungeon, and the dungeon master is there to kind of guide you. Here, it's more like telling this side story to Lord of the Rings Online. Or I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings. So it's the side story. It's, you understand, everybody understands what happens during the War of the Ring when it came to the Fellowship, but there's just so much else that's going on that we could see that other people had to be a part of. We only touch on their existences in Lord of the Rings briefly. I mean, they have pretty strong roles to play, Elrond and Galadriel and Celeborn, or even Denethor. But when the Fellowship moves on, these are still important people with important tasks, important things to do. Their lands are under assault. And it makes sense that us as players could participate in the War of the Ring away from the Fellowship. They even hint that for a while that the Rangers of the North were kind of keeping things at bay from the Fellowship on their way. They couldn't be part of the main task, but eventually, they were keeping things at bay from places like, well, all throughout Eriador. So why can't we be part of this? Why? Yes, we're obviously not part of the Fellowship, and I'm glad they didn't try to shoehorn us into that. Uh, there's no reason why we can't be part of the War of the Ring. So a little bit of a background before I start playing. Lord of the Rings has been part of my life, all of my life. My mom introduced it to me young. My grandmother thought that, being from Italy, that the greatest gift she could give her eldest grandchild was the English language. So she worked with me really intently, and by the time I was 4, by the time I was done being 4, moving into kindergarten, I had already struggled my way, but had completed the Lord of the Rings. I'm a voracious reader. I was so far above level in reading. I was on level for math. Probably a little bit ahead for a while, but that's something that's easier for kids to catch up. Reading is a habit one has to get into. One has to find the enjoyment in it. And so, as a voracious reader, I've read Lord of the Rings all my life. I can. Oh, my cats are fighting. I try to read it once a year at least, sometimes twice a year. It usually takes me about it was probably still one of the hardest books for me to read as far as a technical challenge goes. It's enjoyable, but unlike so many other stories or novels that we have out today, Lord of the Rings I read not because it is easy, but because it is hard. It takes even me, who I read very fast. I read tremendously fast, but even I have to slow down and take in the sheer wonderment of Professor Tolkien's creation. The other thing about me is that, like I said, it's been part of all my life. I was, if you go by Shire Reckoning and you move the calendar appropriately, I was born on September 22nd. So, oh, and for my 33rd birthday, we had a party under my mother's willow tree. It looks very much like a party tree. It's not quite as large, but it's still quite impressive. And we were having the party, and friends and family were over there. And my mom said, "Well, all we need is a firework that looks like a dragon." And I live in Southern California. And just as soon as she walked in, apparently that was the scheduled launch for a Minotaur rocket out of Vandenberg Air Force Base. So I got my dragon firework. So it's one of those neat little coincidences that make up my life. All right, that's enough prattle. Let's get on with the game. Now, I am level 29. I'm kind of working my way through the Lone Lands. I've already cleared, just to get Lotro points, I've cleared all of Bree, all of Breeland, all of the Shire, all of Celadon, and the Barrowlands. I'm sorry, I knew what they were. I'm working through the Lone Lands. I've also, I did went ahead and buy the big pack with all the North Downs. And I also bought the quad pack. So I've got enough to get me pretty far. I don't have any of the newer stuff because I don't know how much of this game I'm going to play, and I am still a man of limited means. So I'm going to play what I got. You got to do that. Let's see. Yeah, I do something over here on the secondary computer. It shouldn't be called my secondary computer, but oh, I forgot to do that. Why won't it let me edit? I'm logged in. Or maybe I'm not. No, I'm not logged in. Oh, bother. Sorry, it is called called Mornings in Middle Earth, and you can tell by my little bit of bedhead, I'm not fully awake. I think that's capital. Only if it works. I'm never going to get any viewers if I don't I don't see Lord of the Rings Online in the list. Is it War in the North? I can't see. Let's try it. I don't know. I didn't change the community. I guess I should have done this before I started the stream. Well, it's not changing the DDL, but I at least got the thing changed. Alright, so, I'm sorry about that. Needed streaming. Let's get the game on. Quit the babble. Alright, gotta find Frederick the Elder at Orskarok. He's just a little south. South. Frederick the Elder, that's the guy. Alright.
What do you need?
Okay, Frederick the Elder obviously is the main dude here. Because that's a lot of quests. Probably that's the final one, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to save that one probably. Let's see, offering of peace is 27. We'll go ahead and take that. Warg, furs, and bear haunches. Alright. So take Hannah's Dream, right? Yeah, we'll take Hannah's Dream. Ancient relic. Yeah, different in the swamp. Oh, gotta move this real quick. Sounds like Mira's Sleepless Nights. Okay.
Would you do something for me?
Okay, maybe that's finally how you finish that one quest too. This will be pretty easy.
Might I take a moment of your time?
You know, that's a little bit later on in the old quest chain. Obviously, that's gonna be a thing. Saying you kind of like get warmed up for moving past the next mission. No, I'm doing Hannah's Dream. All right. Well, again, apparently we're doing Hannah's Dream, and
You startled me.
yeah, that was a hard one.
Stay a moment.
Well, it leads into Noisome Neighbors. We're going to collect Norbog legs, which is good. I've killed a couple so far. I'll also go ahead and take Oatmeal Problems.
I don't know if you can help me.
Oh, maybe not. No, you gotta go to the Forsaken Inn anyway, and if it takes a while. So let's go ahead and get our action on. Warg furs, bear haunches, and Norbog legs. Oh, that's probably so you can revisit what you do in the Lone Lands when they have the what do you call it? The cutscenes for the mainline adventure. The cinematics are pretty good in here. Alright, well, there's a warg fur. I'm out here and I need you, so I need you wood. I'll turn on my track wood. I probably have a point or two to spend. I've been pretty good at spending them as I go along, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I spent too much time on background. I want to play it and kick some butt. Ooh, critical hit. Yeah, I don't need him. I do like the delayed looting in here. That's really nice. Norbog, I need that. That's pretty tough. Yeah, in this game I was really hoping to keep my glasses on, but I can't barely see. It's yeah. Unfortunately for this game, I have to have it off. Have them on. Well, of course I'm backlit. Maybe that'll help. Oh. Stupid light. Okay. I don't need him anyway. Whoa, somebody's attacking me. Ambusher. I don't have any spot. No, those are all those things. I don't need those things. Twisted Norbog. The Circle of Blood. Now that's ominous. So yeah, this game's got a lot of these go kill things, but you're a ranger, or supposedly, or you know, it's focus. We're trying to clear out dangers, helping people out. I don't need a bog walker. I need Norbog. Swamp Norbog Burrower. Well, it says Norbog in it. Let's kill it. Jeez, this guy's got some good RNG. For him, not for me. Yeah, the circle of blood. It's a circle of blood. I want those yew branches. Jeez. I'm trying to work on my crafting. I don't need them. Ambush. Why won't it attack? Huh. That was strange. Peculiar, as it were. Sorry, for this game, the mic's in my way a little bit. Oh, he's underground. Alright. Still trying to get warg furs and bear haunches. Let's check the map, find out where that's at. Oh my lord, that's everywhere. Primarily south of that, though. Let's kind of go back to more where we started out. Since there was a couple of wargs over there, we'll follow that south to the other side of the road. Green onion. Nope, I don't need the Tark tip. Take the Warg Scroll Stalker, though. I know I'm getting all my Warg stuff done first. I still need to get boar haunches. Go over here and get some yew. Yew. Gotta get my yew. Chop. Yew. I like how collecting materials for crafting gives you real XP, not just crafting XP. I guess I'll kill the Tark if he's in my way. Hey, get out of my way. Gorecrow. I'm gonna get a bunch of useless garbage, aren't I? Oh, I got to though. Heavy yew branches. Heavy yew. Heavy yew. It's heavy, man. Heavy. A lot of Tark tips, but I need boar. All these orcs in my way. Or goblins, or whatever they are. Probably goblins. Okay, this is the road, and I think it's primarily, well, we're right in the middle of it. So I'm looking for boar and warg. I'm getting a ton of crow. I don't want crow. Come on. I'm killing him because, yeah, the deed system in here, very robust. I don't know. I mean, they did a little bit in DDO by the introduction of the monster manuals, but still, this is so much more, you know? Alright, hey, drop of amber resin. I'm just kind of following what it says. Obviously, there are things where they are at and they are not. This is obviously the area where you go to find crow. I've already done that one though. I need to find the area where you find boar. And I'm finding more crow and goblinoid. Thinking I need to turn around. Two logs of yew wood, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and kind of test up in this area on the other side of the circle of blood. I will get my last warg now, apparently. Alright, got the warg. Ooh. Saying it's pushing me farther, farther to the east. Now I'm done with the warg. I'll probably kill some goblins on my way over there. It's not like anyone will miss them. This will end. Oh wait, what's that? What's that? Is that a... That's a warg. A lot of wandering. All that wander are not lost. That's what they say. I'm certainly not lost. I mean, I look at the map for orientation, not placement. Usually. It's a big world. I'm kind of getting used to the landmarks in the Lone Lands. Oh, hey, look. Hey, Dull Lake. We got some quests over here. I gotta talk to Nartherum. Okay, well prepared. I don't have that on the tracker. Probably turned it off, but let's go ahead and do it. Oh yeah, carry boar meat and boar stomach. It's probably a good idea I stopped off and picked this one up, isn't it? Okay, well we'll take those later. Let's browse the shop.
Greetings.
I don't want my yew gone. I want to keep that. I know I'm going to have to go back to my... I'm probably going to have to go back to my house to deposit most of that garbage. try to take out all. Okay, sell all. Gone with ya. I want to get rid of all the. Oh, good. I had all of those before. Awesome. That means I didn't waste any more inventory space. All right. That's always good. I don't have a whole lot of inventory space. I was going to check the Lotro store. I wish there was a way to get inventory space per account, but I also know Stankstown needs to make their money. Just means that I'll be a little bit slower buying stuff. There's my first boar. I want that U branch too. Oh, weak sauce. I'm gonna get that in a second. It's morning in Middle Earth. I have to have my coffee. In D&D lore, Tarbean tea. I need that boar. Sturdy long task. Woo. I got a boar haunch. Did I get a boar? I get a boar meat and a boar stomach. Yes. I'm just a boar. Boring. It's amazing how clear Lord of the Rings actually is, considering how kind of jacked up the English language is. It really shows what happens when you have a master. I'd like to see a game based on the Belgariad as well. Mainly because I think that's a master in a different way. He was more of a... He crafted in terms of what we now know as tropes, thanks to tvtropes.org. But the idea remains the same, where there are a bunch of... He's very much more about, rather than the language... David Eddings and Leah Eddings were more about writing conventions. So that and the humor inherent in oh, I got stunned in the universe lends itself to a game, TV show, whatnot. All right, I am now done. I can now turn in all these quests. I kind of wish that your tracker would expand. I understand, you know, limitations and whatnot. The game is 10 years old. Thank you, 10th year anniversary, and I've technically had my account for 6 years, so I got the same thing I got with my...
What do you need?
Ooh, I will take Greater Athens. The same thing I got for completing the playtesting, the festive Azure Horse. So I just have an Azure Horse. Not ungrateful. I mean, many people don't have the Azure Horse. It's wonderful. I also have the Azure outfit. Used to play Battletech, used to be House Steiner, so I've always been big into blue. I'm broadening my color palette now, though. I won't get into that. It's a horrible story horrible story of woe and loss. But you know, sometimes we need to reinvent ourselves. We can't be afraid of change. You know, Dolores Umbridge was all like, you know, change for change's sake. Well, you know, if you've been stuck in a rut, sometimes you just need something to kick you in the pants, really, to tell you the truth. And I guess this morning I'm kind of feeling that more. I'm sorry if I'm rambling a bit here on my first Lotro podcast, but It is what it is. It's mornings in Middle Earth, and if I tend to ramble a bit to try to tell a story while wandering through Middle Earth, I prefer to think of it as in the grand tradition of Mr. Tolkien and all the other great writers I've had the pleasure of reading. Um, on that regard, let's go ahead and talk about that. My favorite writer is actually not Tolkien. My favorite book is Lord of the Rings, but my favorite writer is Ray Bradbury. And and this is the reason why I wear the glasses. I'll tell stories where even I'll get a little misty-eyed. No, skirmishing up. Outside of that. Anyway, I've been fortunate enough to have been given the opportunity to every now and then go to Comic-Con San Diego. And I got to meet Mr. Bradbury the first year I went. But it was just a little, quick, hi, thank you, and whatnot. A couple of years later, me and my wife were sitting in the professional room, and she had to go use the facilities as one often does at a convention. And so we were sitting at the big table, and everybody had just left. I mean, a whole bunch of, really great stuff was starting for people that had an interest in that, but I didn't. So we basically had this huge table in the middle to ourselves, and all of a sudden this guy comes in and he goes, well, I've got a big party and coming in, and I was wondering if we could, if you were alone, if we wouldn't mind if our party used this table. And I said, well, I need one seat for my wife, but it's a big table, and it's here for everybody. Come on in. He goes, well, that's okay, but we'll sit our guest right next to you, and maybe you can have a chance to meet, talk to him. I didn't think much of it. It's a big convention, and right next to me, all of a sudden, a wheelchair rolls up, and I find myself sitting next to Ray Bradbury, and I get to have, for the next hour and a half, I get to have lunch with Ray Bradbury. I get to talk about his writing and the ideas it's inspired me to have, and it just was the most amazing thing. And I'm glad for the experience. So if you ever get to go to a convention like Comic-Con San Diego, I would choose that you go for it. You've got to do it. All right. We are going to go now. We've completed our warg hunting mission. We've helped out here. We've got a little bit more stuff. I think we'll just take that all, sell it really quick, and head on back to the Forgotten Inn, or Forsaken Inn. Forsaken Inn. Do I need this? Is this better than what I've got now? Oh my lord. I keep getting better in power regen, in combat power regen. I gotta change that out and sell Stanrix. I don't want Stanrix anymore. That's this one right here, right? Stanrix. Alright. Okay, Stanrix. Now, Elder's Band. Do I need this? Critical rating. It is not as good as my tactical ring, so I'm going to keep my tactical ring. I already have everything there, so I'm just going to sell the Elder's Band. I don't see that I need any of this. Oh wait, I got an earring. Fate. Oh, definitely better than the Earring of the Vigil. Which one is this one? Is the Vigil? No, it's the Vigil. So where's my earring? Earring. Here's my earring. Alright, sell it all. Get rid of it. Oh, wait. I just sold the Hannah's gloves. Do I need Hannah's gloves? No. I ground out a lot of Bree favor to get the veteran stuff, so I'm pretty good with that. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get on my horsey. Horsey! Actually, surprisingly, I've got quite a few horses. Didn't mean to get them. find out once you get one, you kind of want to get them all. They're not quite Pokemon. If I get to the point where I'm dying things. Chop, 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 chop. Yes, apparently I can do this from my horse. Amber resin. I'm about to ride right by something. I don't. Run, 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 run! Go, Cerulean! Yes, I named him Blue. I named him Cerulean because I flipped a coin and Azure lost. So you can just pretty much, that's a great thing about this huge, huge world and everything is the fact that, the roads are there and they match up pretty solidly with Mr. Tolkien's map. They did a really good job on that. Obviously the distances are compressed, otherwise we would be walking for days. But it's not quite as bad as, say, the Los Angeles freeway system in San Andreas, which is minuscule in the original Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Don't get me wrong, I love San Andreas. Some of it just seems a little bit too compressed. But they have the bestest cars. Oh, I love driving the Ford GT40 in San Andreas 4, and I might do that on one of my other live streams I can call Retro Coffee, because I do it Saturday morning. Sundays, though, I think is more appropriate for Mr. Tolkien. If they had I'd probably alternate if they had a C.S. Lewis game. Is that more U branches? Oops. Yes, I just want to make sure the half-orc brute, who I don't really need, is not going to attack. Whoa. See, that's why, because, things actually move. The world does have a really good feel for being lived in. The animals aren't static, or the creatures aren't static, they're always moving, and kind of have to try to move your way. It's very adventuresome, and I do like that. Like I said, DDO has a huge advantage for me. And I love the TR system, that when you're done with everything in DDO, you get to start again on the same character. Maybe a little bit more powerful and whatnot. I've played everything in DDO, except for the new raid. I played the new raid, but I did not complete it, so a little bummed about that. But I did feel like I needed to have another game just to take a break every now and then. I don't want to get bored. I don't want to get burned out. And why not come to Middle Earth? First off, Standing Stone, before that Turbine, but Standing Stone did a great job on both of these games. I think they're both tremendously underrated. More so DDO. Go play it. If you're a Lord of the Rings fanatic and you think you're getting burned out, go to DDO. It's much more like action-packed and whatnot. Very intense, very active combat-y. I also play Star Trek Online because I'm also a Trekkie. I think that if you want to see the future, if you like the vision of the past of Lord of the Rings, you're more likely to appreciate the future of Star Trek. I know there's a little bit more of the swords and sorcery aspect of that in Star Wars, but in Star Trek it's more like, I always have the feeling in Star Trek, it's what if all the good things that were built on in Middle Earth actually came to fruition. I think you'd get something a lot like Star Trek. Star Wars kind of a bummer for me in that regard, because it would be more like, well, what if the problems we still had then were still now? You know, what if Morgoth returned into a different form and called himself the Sith? And it's supposed to take place a long time ago. I mean, I get it, but all right, I'm supposed to go in and talk to Kandak Brightwood. Now you just take my horse inside. Yeah, that's the polite thing to do. Just ride your horse inside. Yeah, it'll dismount you. Woo. Back in here. Man, this looks good. All right, Godaric months. No, I don't want the bounty missions again. There he is, Kandak. Kandak Brightwood.
How can I be of service?
Alright, now I've got to talk to Anlaf the Forlorn. Oh, hey, he's the tavern keep. I'm right here. Oatmeal
baby.
probs. Hannah needs to oatmeal. Cousin of Oat Bart. My lord, I gotta go all the way back to the Shire? Wow, I didn't expect that. Okay. Well, apparently today I am doing this big quest. This is probably going to turn out to be a lot like that one quest in RuneScape. A small favor. Oh, will you do this? Will you do that? Thanks for watching. If I actually do have a watcher, sometimes it kind of links up with a different one. If I don't have a watcher, if you catch this on Twitch, it'll be up for the next 14 days. I will export it to YouTube. You can find it at the website below, www.cavaliercavalry.com. You will find it either under films, or I do think I have a Lord of the Rings online link that doesn't have anything in it yet, because this is the first video. This is it. This is a numero uno. I don't need any old wood. Let's turn off my wood tracker. For those of you who have missed my DDO cast, as Alice Thane Garfield, I'll tell you the story while we're riding out there, how I came up with the name Alice Thane Garfield. Is, first off, there's a book, a pretty good book, it's a very steampunk book called The Peshawar Lancers by S.M. Stirling. Another very fine writer I had a chance to meet. Anyway, in it, he has decided he's going to trying to capture the more Victorian feel. He's got this British Army officer who's been given the archaic name Athelstan. Means Noblestone, and is an old English kind of a name. Well, I like the character. I loved it. I really thought the Peshawar Lancers was probably one of the best books I've read in recent memory. And I decided I kind of like the name Athelstan, but I couldn't remember the name was Athelstan, and I couldn't find my book when I was trying to create a character for Battletech. So I made a guess. I thought it was Alice Thane. Anyway, the last name is Garfield because he was going to be a mech warrior pilot and he needed a call sign, so he's Alice Thane the Cat Garfield, because at the time I still liked Garfield. This is before I found out that Jim Davis has kind of moved on from it. He's not that involved. And in all honesty, the quality of the show, it's not quite as good as it used to be. So anyhow, so I've got Alice Lane Garfield, and then I decided to play Dungeons and Dragons Online, and I make a bard. And I love the old Bard's Tale games made by Interplay way back in the Commodore 64 days, 1984 and whatnot. And of course, the tagline of the Bard's Tale was, when the going gets tough, the bard goes drinking. And then I realized if you break the name Alice Thane apart in a certain way, you get Alice Thane. Yeah, I named my bard the King of Beers. It was just meant to be. So that explains, if you come to my feed, you'll see at the bottom it says, "Please don't let this bard get sober. Donate now." And I'm not asking for donations, but they would be nice. I mean, I'm not doing this with the goal of making money. It would be a nice side effect, but whoa. Oh, I must have got too close to Bree and they switched instances on me. I was all like, what's that? I forget the anniversary's on, so we got 10 of instances. Yeah, see, I'm shifting instances because so many people are. I knew I was avoiding Bree for a reason. That's the one thing about Lord of the Rings Online. I got plenty of time for babbling and stories and whatnot. If I can keep this up every morning for 2 hours, or once a week, I might use up all the A material on Bard Life. Well, before Bard Life, I gotta think of stuff to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, is Bard Life on the actual DDO stream. I'm kind of doing this now at this time to kind of see if I like Lord of the Rings Online to become a regular streamer on Lortro stream. Oh, while we're out there, I should be able to look at my deeds. I got Lotro points. How many? 5. I got deed bestowed, which means I'm supposed to defeat, what, more Kraben? I probably have the deed Wing Cutter. Okay. Nope, see. King of Beers, Shire Brewmaster. That's mine. Alright. Yeah, in DDO, they don't give you DDO points. They give you a little, I think, don't they? Yeah, I got 35. But they used to give you a lot of astral shards. Now they're giving you mysterious remnants. I kind of prefer the shards. And it's sad, I'm almost out of slayers that I'm supposed to get shards from. A good thing about on DDO, the fact that they've introduced Reaper means that a lot of people are now beginning to TR to get the Reaper XP, and that means a lot of low-level gear is back in demand, which means I can sell it for Astral Shards. Whew. I'm this far away from putting on my headphones and torturing my no viewers, my one viewer, with my bad singing. And I probably just lost my one viewer. Brave soul. Alright. Still heading. I do like... I love the Shire. I love doing all the quests in it. It's so fun. I'm currently on an alt because this game really you need alts just to complete all the crafting. I'm working through it on my hunter, the return the pie mission. It's hilarious. That's so hobbity. And my hunter's a hobbit, so it makes it doubly delicious. You go, Uncle Rear. I will say I'm impressed in the Lord of the Rings community. I guess I should stop and say that. Most of the names I see pop up from time to time are very Lords of the Rings-ish. I mean, I use my typical character names that I've used all my life, and I feel really out of place. And I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm more than a little embarrassed. Okay, I'm now in the Shire, so I should be able to find oat something. Up in Evandam? I think I bought Evandam. I remember going in there for like half a second when I was like level... When I was, yeah, I know, I'm just looking at the map. I was like level 15 and I walked into it and there was like this boar, level 31 boar. And, yeah. And that's the reason why I don't have the level 20 title on Alice thing. Actually, I don't have it on Glendower either. I always die at 19 before I get the last one. I don't know why. I'm really good at dying at level 19. I think I've done it 3 times now. I've got 3 people that are level 20 or above, and I think all 3 of them died at level 19. Skills. I have them. Just not in anything anyone would desire. Alright. If you're wondering why I cover up world chat, it's because sometimes it gets a little bit bad. That's just true in any game, although DDO being as instant as it is, you never really see any of it. I like that, I guess. It's one plus for it. I've come to the point where in Star Trek Online, I don't just turn off world chat, I've quashed it. I cannot believe how toxic the actual online community is for Star Trek Online, which is too bad. It's a wonderful game. But, yeah. You'd need a mithril stomach to be able to take some of the stuff that's said in world chat on it. You know, it's getting so bad I long for the days of Starfleet Dental. So this is probably a level 30 quest because from what I understand this area up here is a little bit higher than just, like I said, if I remember the first encounter was like a 31 warg and I should be able to handle that badly, but That's the goblin place. Goblin holes. So I'm going to go in an area I've only been in a couple of times. I should have a new map. We got Oak Barton is right there. We're entering it. There's Bulwar's Sward. We got Lake Evandem. Parath Adult. Adult. I remember not being able to enter this area because I didn't have it. I like the seamless transitions. So I'm in a completely new area. I'm supposed to talk to Nod Gardner. Oatmeal
Is there
problems.
something I can do for you?
That might have been the hardest level 30 quest I've ever had to do. I'm lying.
Please stay a moment.
And now I have to ride all the way back because, in all honesty, I wanted to be over there. But it will give me a chance to go to my house because I'm certainly bound to the North Downs. And I don't want to go to the North Downs, I want to go back to the Lone Lands. So I'm going to go to my personal house. And I am going to put away my stuff. This is my house. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I picked this house because, well, like I said, this is story time, I guess. Introductions. When I first got here, I was originally quickly recruited into a guild by a character named Thin Mini, who at the time was a pretty active player, and they led the Council of Sword and Fire. And this used to be their guild house, and they've left. I wish I could buy it. I would love to. I might one day. If I make a lot of money. Right now I'm making jack and stuff. It's just me. I would love to have a beautiful guild house, but we're gonna go back to mine. I bought it in this neighborhood, but then Finn decided to probably move on. Guild drama. I'm happier on my own. Cavalier Cavalry. Alright. This is my house. Let me check my inventory and find out if I really need to go inside. I have jeweler, weapon. Yeah, I gotta go inside. These have got to be transferred. This is my house. If I want my horse to be in my house, I should be able to have my horse in my house. Now, when they changed the hook points up, all my stuff kind of got turned around. I haven't bothered changing it. I think I did do my bedroom. Yeah. I wish they were interactables. Yeah, this object does nothing. You know, that's something they've got to do. Let's really, this is the only thing that matters is your guild chest. Alright, chest 7 is where I put all this garbage. Iron It's materials. Yeah, it's materials. I don't have a lot of room. Gold. Really not making a lot of gold. I know. I need to play more. I'm just not that interested. In terms of I'm almost certainly going to have to buy it though. Break down, buy it. I am a forester. Ashy Rose, those are mine. Those are mine. Oh. Okay, what I can take. I have sticky resin, amber resin. Why aren't they stacking? Stack! Dear Lord, do you think I have a million things? I knew I had passed some stuff over back to Alice Thane. Sapphires. Where I know I have some. Did I accidentally sell them? I thought I locked them. There they are. I took him out. Of course I did. Of course I did. Oh, Lord. Probably should have stopped off at a crafting station. I don't know where there's a near one. Buy one. If there is a nearby one. I should just use those up. I collect so many of this stuff. Fireworks. War Steed. Oh. Oh. Maybe it's for a war steed? I don't know. Alright, anyway. That's really all I can do. The rest of the stuff I can store in the bank. I store in the bank. My, the character stuff in the bank. The things I'm passing, I don't have shared bank. That's expensive. Kept hoping my buddy would take to this and buy this place, but he's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. I made him a bunch of good stuff. I mean, to start out with. His level 10 gear was like much better than I had. Oh. Inventory and instances. Horrible, horrible thing.
Greetings.
So I'm probably going to pass that. That's pretty good. I should just sell that. Let's get rid of that. That's sold. Yeah, I'm probably just keeping those for no reason whatsoever. I can't use that yet. That doesn't work very well for me. I'm not too sure what I'm using these for. Gift boxes. Oh, I promised myself I wouldn't open any box, any bound chest below 30, I think it was. Oh, just trying to remember what I had. Yeah, all that stuff, all that junk. I know. I probably just gotta throw it away. Really should have been using that right now. Oh. Anywho, let's start throwing some of this stuff in because I'm not crafting right this second now. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. What do I have here? 3 scrolls of max morale. Good. That didn't affect anything. Do I have any cram? Men's crams, I do. Alright, well then, if I'm already storing them, I'll store more. Now I have 10. Put the barrel bound. I threw a couple of those away. Three combat run. Thought I had combat run. I did. It went somewhere. Have that one too. Greater Celebrant. Simple. I don't see graders. Universal. Why was that different? Just bound. Oh, can't you just all make them bound to me? Lesser? Am I storing lessers or I'm just using them? I'm just using them. Alright, well. Yeah. I probably should just open the 1 year ones. I have fireworks, right? Faith. I thought they were just going to be fireworks. Like these fireworks right here, right? Fireworks. That was dumb. But I'll probably get a lot of them. Hey, let's make an airbag decision. That would qualify. That would do it. I'm just putting that one away. Let's. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go out. I'm going to launch my fireworks. Oh. Wait, they don't disappear? Okay, I'm going to keep this firework on me all time then. I can actually think of several useful things if I ever can get my buddy to play this game again. And I could have used the map of Bree to get to the anniversary place and then go, oh my lord. Okay, well, bad decisions all around. Yeah, that's what happens when you play inventory and instances rather than Dungeons and Dragons or Lord of the Rings Online or Star Trek or whatnot. We are probably going to just go back to something. I don't remember the name. But where we were doing the stuff in the Lonelands. Lots of stuff to do out there still. Gained almost half a level. Oh. I wish there was a quicker way to earn gold. I mean, I could sell off some of my sturdy keys and buy that house. Because I'm a little obsessed about the bennies. But I've got to show restraint. It's hard for a hobbit. You're only 6'4". Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if my constant talking is driving people away rather than bringing them in. Ooh, and somebody's wanting to buy a stray steel key for 20 gold. My Starheart all I could get was 15 for him. I know they're going up in price. Everything does. He's probably braver than I am. I don't want to cut across country, and besides which I know I'm kind of going more northeast. 60, mountains at 40. Somebody had a guide about what you should be hitting at every level. Now I'm about to ride into the place with the spiders. Well, I'm in the Lone Lands. I should have. Yeah, I should have turned on. Where's my find wood? Did I accidentally slide it off? I do that from time to time. Let's see if I can find some other quests up here other than that guy. That seems to be an instance. And offering of
Could I
peace
speak
part
with you?
2. We got defeated to salted meats and first to the creature's leader. Take me to your leader. I don't remember how to do the set tasks. I'll figure that out later. Yes.
you to this place?
Huh. Okay.
Do you come with
Fascinating. Alright. So, this is the new guy. Pursued by the past. Home in the north and the east. Darkness rose. Fight trolls. Defeat trolls in Harleg. Yeah, I thought I was going to get eaten, but Harleg. Harleg. Oh. Okay. Alright, well. It says level 28. I guess I can do that. And I think I'll call, after this one, I'll call it. Do we have any other missions in here? It says he's got another mission for me? Oh, one called Galrip. Defeat Galrip. Of course. Come on, take them all. Our past the stone. Collect extra stones. Yes. There we go. That's the stuff. Say, you know. Show me skills. What? Track wood. Oh, track wood's on the bottom bar. Never mind. Why do I have it set to an actual hot number? Oh, Lord. Yep. That's all I was saying. Do I got wood? Hey, baby. Does this count as being in Harleg? Harlog? Guess I'll find out. Nope. But he needed to die anyway. Okay. Yes, I could just jump down there, but this place doesn't have Featherfall. Why doesn't it have Featherfall? I missed my Featherfall. I'm gonna have to defeat this guy. There's no way I can get by him. Don't like you. I think before I do the next morning, well, I might play a little bit. I gotta get a better drum. I was saving it for bagpipe mastery because that sounded like the most annoying. Drum, 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 drum. I need my logs of you wood. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get down there without falling. How? I mean, there's implications, certainly. Looks like that's going to be the closest thing I can get to it. And entree and entrepot. Entrepot. Okay, now am I officially in Harnog and these guys count? I definitely need a better drum. Good old level 22 drum ain't working anymore. Or ain't as reliable. Oh, reliable. Somebody made it for me in my guild. When I had a guild. That wasn't just me. Not too sure what steel tokens are for. Okay, now I am officially in Harlog. These things are probably at level. Those things are also decidedly annoying. I hate bugs. That's a white. That's not good. I'm sure these are all tracking things and they're all really good and whatnot. Gotta get a better weapon. I don't usually use a weapon. Oh, great. Yeah, well, whatever. Probably gonna die. Yeah, poison. I regen faster than that. Back to killing these bog meekers. Hey, look at that. Levithorn branches. Levithron. I can't do them until I'm probably level 30. So I need to get, okay, now I'm inspired. Now I gotta get my skills up. Well, okay, I guess he's not the right kind of troll. If he is a troll. No, he's a goblin. Oh, that's fine. I'm looking for trolls. They're probably bigger. They're probably also inside this. Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. Whew. Well, Toujours La Danse, right? Resist it. That's always a great way to start a fight. Oh. Yeah, I can handle one of these at a time. These are like the trees. Oh, Lord. And I'll bet you that means Galrip is in here and he's surrounded by like 5 of them. Of course I'm too far away. Try to get multiple damage. Alright, I got the stones. I've got 3 out of 5. I don't want to get into too heavy of a fight. I'm not that good. I'm stunned. He's gonna come over here and squish me. Alright, okay, I did it. Let's get out of here. I have successfully done that. I did not mess that up. That was awesome. Let's turn that in. We'll call that a stream. Good, Morgan. I am. This is Lord of the Rings. I'm going to do Morning in Middle Earth.
I thought I was scared for a moment, but my time sense was really that bad.
No.
Did I just sleep through Sunday?
Then you would have also slept through all of Monday and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I was really concerned about. I was like, was I really that exhausted?
All right.
So
So,
that's a big important thing to be supported by standing still and watching your main footage.
no, it's just I also want to export it to YouTube. And I want... Of course, now I find the easy path out of here.
I don't know, there are a lot of gaming streams on YouTube with a lot of person too.
Yeah, but that's just not what I want for mine.
Okay.
I also have the additional problem that, you know, my job.
Right. That is a really good point.
Oh,
Yeah, at least you know, no matter what, you can just say my wife is just as keywords now. So, I'll do my best, but holy shit, that's gonna be really freaking hard.
I did tell you that the mic was back on.
Oh, you told me it was back on.
Yes.
I don't remember you saying that.
Maybe one day I'll get my wife to play Lord of the Rings online, but I'm not exactly holding my breath. She's into Aura Kingdom right now. Seems like a decent enough. It plays a lot like Lord of the Rings. It's just I don't like the story nearly as much. Alright, let's turn these in.
Greetings.
I got increased repulsion with the egg lane. More past the stone. More rep with the egg lane. More XP.
What brings you to this
Oh, this one I might actually get something. And the only one I can use is the Earthkin earring. Do I need will? I don't know if I need will. Well, I get morale regen with it. I'll take it and think about it. He wants me to do something else. Of course he does. A brokered peace. Find Frederick the Elder. This is probably pretty easy. Why is it always medium armor? I use light armor. I'll probably get diplomatic leggings. They're garbage. Never mind. Alright, well, if I continue from where I left off, we'll be brokering a peace. But for right now, I'm definitely calling that Monday, or kind of calling it morning in Middle Earth. It's moving on now, getting closer to the afternoon. Peace and good questing.